Um, can you see my screen?
Yes, Usman, I can.
Okay. Okay. So, Abdul, we were working on few mockups related to timesheet. Uh, sorry?
Yeah, fine, go ahead.
Yeah. So we want some approvals plus we want to ask few questions about expense support, risks, and timesheet and vacations. Plus we want to make sure about the scenarios. So I think first we should start with the scenarios, then we can move on to timesheet, expense, and then vacations.
Oh, sounds good.
So recently I was working on scenarios and this is the mockup link which you shared. Let me go to scenarios. You can better understand. So here we are. So according to this mockup, Adil,
Yes.
I was able to create the scenarios, but I was not sure about how to create business processes. So if you can please uh, check this mockup and if you can recall.
Okay. The best person to answer this question would be Preeti or Irtiza. But as they told me the information, I will be able to assist you. But if there's something like I don't have the answer to, it will be Preeti or Irtiza too.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So right now we are at the uh, scenario screen, right? Scenario homepage, basically.
Yep.
Okay. So we land here. There
Yep.
was this link button, and I forgot what it did. It was linking a scenario with can
Business
you go to
process.
mock?
Yeah, I'll show you the mockups. Where is the mockup? We have create business
Yes, so
process.
when you click on the link, it was linking a ticket to it. It was
Yeah,
not
there was
linking a.
a ticket process as well. But there, according to Maha, there are few scenarios. First, we have to create the scenarios, and
Okay.
afterwards, we have to link all scenarios to business process. Yes, if you can see Sim 1 scenarios, Sim 2 scenarios, Sim 3 scenarios,
Yes.
like this. Just let me tell you. Create create business process. You can see in this screen we are creating business process by adding business process ID and business process description, and then we are going to let's just suppose we have first five scenarios. Then
Yeah.
we press create business process from stage area, and then he is going to ask for business process ID and business process description. So let's just suppose I wrote sim 1 scenarios, and he's going to group all these into sim 1 scenarios. Then similarly sim 2 scenarios and sim 3 scenarios.
No, it's not like that. Sorry for interruption. It was like okay. If you go back to the scenario homepage.
Exactly.
Okay. This is a scenario homepage. So he can create a scenario. Do you have any question how to create a scenario?
No, I think it's clear. There
Okay.
is no issue.
But you can link a scenario with a ticket. I do not know if you guys will be working on at what stage you'll be working on ticket creations, but there's a in the mockups there's a ticket and ticket tracking, so it's part of that.
Okay,
So
okay,
there is there's a one ticket in the ticket homepage, and there's a scenario. So this is the linking of that ticket with this scenario.
okay, okay. You can let me check one thing. According to this mockup, Adil, there is no stream for creating a scenario, first of all. So I am creating scenario according to. My design, I'm creating scenario with this plus button.
Okay. Uh, I do not know if. Let me go to mockups. It might be under a different. Just give me 1 second. Let me
Yeah.
log into mockups. Yes, you are right. There is. I didn't create any ticket scenario creating screen. So the requirement might be just
I think
this.
it's very
But
simple. Um,
okay.
there's a eco. Maha, are you on this call?
Yes.
Sir Imtiaz?
Okay. So, Usman, to create a scenario, so the information will be the basic all this, but I think you have to create a header level too. So there will be a parent level title, like you see Sim 1.
Okay.
So we have to create a group basically, and in that group you can create multiple scenarios.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh, just a second.
Yes.
Sir Imtiaz?
Yes, I'm here.
सर आई थिंक आपका टीवी ऑन है उसकी इको बहुत आ रही है
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है इको अब ठीक है
नहीं सर अभी भी डबलिंग हो रही है हेलो
Yes, Usman.
अभी भी डबल आवाज हो रही सर
Are Maha and Imtiaz, are you in the same office?
No, I'm at home.
Okay. So I thought that might be the reason. That might be an echo. Maha, do you hear any echo?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
You guys still could hear the echo, right?
it's not from your side Adil, it's from I think it's from Sir Imtiaz side I think
I think it's fine now.
sir
अब ठीक है.
yes sir it's perfect now so Maha can you explain Adil about this mock-up or requirements can you please clear the requirements
Okay, so as far as I remember in the discussion we had, Adil, I think isn't it that first we create scenarios and then from those scenarios we create a business process? So basically, Sim 1 scenarios is a business process. And under that business process, we have 5 scenarios. Now, if I want to create another business process, then I'll have checkboxes on all these scenarios, and I can select multiple scenarios and create that business process. So,
My understanding was that scenarios were different, business process were different. So you
yes,
create scenarios first, one group of scenarios, and when you click on create a business process, you can pick a business process from one thing from Sim 1, one thing
yes,
from Sim 2, and one thing from Sim 3, and that will become a business process.
yes, exactly. So basically, the screen you see right now, Sim 1 scenarios are just scenarios. Like Sim 1 scenarios is not a business process.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, Usman, can you go to the screen of business processes?
Yeah, the mockup ones.
Mockups, yes.
Yep. So here
Under
we
the
are.
create business process.
The create business process here. This is the screen now.
There's another screen, it's called business process. बिल्कुल इसके नीचे.
Okay. This is business process screen.
Yes, okay. So these are business processes, order to cash, return.
Yeah, it could be any. I just wrote order to cash or returns. It could be any, right? They can name it themselves.
So basically, we'll have 2 different screens, and this is the screen for business processes, but it looks exactly like the scenario one. It just like it has a heading and then it has multiple scenarios under it.
Look and feel wise, yes, that is the correct statement, but logic wise, it would be different.
Okay.
So
So how will we create these scenarios then? Like when we click on the create button, do we create the name of the group first and then the scenarios, or do we create the scenarios first and then group them?
I think we can give the flexibility. I think so, but that question would be answered by uh, Irtiza or Preeti, but more of Irtiza. But I think we can give them the option. They can create a group and create a business process. Oh, sorry, scenario. Sorry, scenario.
Okay, so they'll create a group and then they'll create multiple scenarios under that group and then they'll create a business process.
Yes.
uh, Adil, I think there are 2 buttons, create and create business. First of all, we have to create a single line, just like create order. If you can see the number one, scenario ID number 1, first we have
Yes.
to create sale order, then we create open AR, then we create invoice, then shipping, and then pick material. Then we have to
Yes.
select these and create a business, which is named as business process, like this, just like this.
Yes. So one thing, the ID, the business process ID on the header level will be generated by the system,
System, yep.
and the description would be the header level
Header,
information.
yeah,
Of
yeah,
the business process.
of the business process. So according to, I just want to confirm, if you can see, according to my mockup, first of all, we are going to create this create invoice ID number 1, create invoice via plus sign,
Okay.
via this plus green sign, and then we'll be doing the inline editing. We'll add create invoice Maha. We'll assign it to Maha, then department, then start date, end date, and status, result, and linked, and so on. Then we'll create invoice, then we'll create invoice, and number 4, number 5. And after this, after we are done with these 5 details, we are going to check the box right next to ID, and then we're going to create business process. When we click the business process, we'll
Uh, how are you getting to business process? Sorry, where you click?
if we check all the boxes
Okay.
here, for
Right.
let's just suppose 1, 2, 3, and then we press the button create business process,
Okay.
then we'll land here.
Okay.
Let me show you on this screen, and then we're going
Okay.
to group it to we'll add a business process description and we'll name it just like Sim1 scenario, Sim2 scenario, and Sim3 scenario.
Yes, and one thing, it can only create one group at a time.
Yep.
So if there's order to cash, it will be just order to cash. And if he has to create returns, he has to do it all over again. And do you see on the right side sequencing?
Yep.
Yeah, because Irtiza said that picking up material couldn't be the first step. So in the business process, we have to mark it as first step. Shipping can be second step. Creating invoice could be last step or something like that.
Okay.
So in scenarios, there was a sequence was different. Okay. In business process, the sequence could be different.
Okay. Okay. Maha,
Yes.
do we need anything else? I think it's clear now.
Okay, but just one thing. So link ticket over here. When can you click on it?
Yeah, I clicked on it. Yes.
Okay, so Adil, in the link tickets we have gaps, development, and issues, etc. So I think this is not the issue tracking piece. This is something else. Like we can link any gap or anything else to this scenario.
Let me see if I can find an email real quick. Just give me 1 second. I might be wrong on that one. Let me see if I can find an email. Maha asked. Actually, you guys should ask this question to Irtiza. You might be right. It might be, as you said, issue tracking, development issue, or a gap.
Yes.
That's the reason why there was a scenario getting created. So you might be right on that one.
Yes. Okay. So since I think we are going to have a meeting with it soon about the requirements, so we can clear these things from him.
Okay. Yeah, because I created more than a year ago. I was more than that. So.
Yes.
Or you can ask Preeti if you get hold of Preeti first, but I don't think so. This was in the last Birdie software, so she might not be able to answer. It might be Irtiza.
Yes. Okay. So that's fine. We can talk to it too.
Okay. So let me start with time, expense, and vacations.
Okay.
First of all, let me show you the time timesheet mockups.
I think you showed me, and it was the same process. So
Yeah, it's same. So let me go to vacations, and then you ask me to first confirm from you about expense, and then we can create mockups. So let me show you the vacation one. So according to your mockups and my, it's also quite similar to timesheet. The only thing we have is the impact over here. So if you can remember or recall,
yes.
let me show you now vacations.
You know about the impact, Maha?
Yes, I do. I explained it to Usman about the impact and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll start from this screen. We're going to add the data from plus sign,
Okay.
and then if we add let's just suppose we add 5 entries, and then we are going to press the impact button,
Yes.
and we have a flyover, and this will just add data, and I'll press OK.
Okay. No, you are not adding. It's a system generated.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry, it's
it's a
system
read-only
generated.
thing.
It's
You
a
can't
read-only
add
thing,
data.
and I have to just press OK. Yes,
Yes.
exactly. So that is it from
But
this.
there's comments missing where you can write comments. Oh, okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay.
There's a different pop-up for comments when we click on this icon.
Yeah, that's fine. It's all good.
So the PM can come and PM can either approve or reject
Yes.
this vacation request, and the user can just submit the request.
Yes. In all three, there's only three statuses. Open, meaning
Yes.
that you are working on it. The user is working on it. It's not submitted.
Yes. Yes.
Approved, a PM has approved.
Submitted.
Submitted is waiting time, and rejected is there's some issue that the PM
Yes.
didn't approve it.
Yes. So user only has the option of submitting it. That's it, right? And PM can approve or reject it.
Yes.
And when
But-
it's open, then PM can't see it at that time.
Yes, open PM cannot see it. No one else can see it. It's just the user's view only.
Yes, right.
Because
So I think
reject
this is
might
pretty
be
straightforward.
that there might be some other issue.
Yes.
So he has to resubmit his timesheet under a new timesheet page. So that's why
Yes.
it got rejected.
Yes, right. Okay.
Okay, we'll move on to expense. Yes, Adil, if you can explain, because you asked me to first confirm from you about expense and then create mockups. So there's no
Yeah,
mockups.
I created this mock-up. Down the road, like after 6 months, revisited it, wanted to make some changes, and it was like 6 months ago. So I'll try to explain as best as I can if I remember all the stuff. Okay.
Okay.
So let's start creating one.
Okay.
Okay, you come here, you select the start date, week number automatically gets populated, and because it's a 1 week timesheet, expense report, so only 1 week will be there. You select which project is going to go under and the currency you want to submit.
Okay.
And because I might have to submit under 1 week, I might have to submit multiple expense reported because they were in multiple currencies.
Okay.
So this comment is for Maha is that we do not want to block any entries going in because of if it matches the same date or week number.
Okay, so by multiple currencies, you mean that one user can come in and submit timesheets in multiple currencies, or one expense can have multiple currencies?
Your user can submit multiple timesheets in different currencies, meaning that the scenario I mentioned was that he is in USA and he's traveling to Canada. He buys the ticket in US dollars, but when he goes to Canada, his hotel, his cab, his everything else is in Canadian dollars.
Right.
So he will submit one-time expense report in US dollars,
Okay.
and then he will create another time expense report in Canadian dollars.
Okay. So on our end, then we don't have to do anything then, because one expense can have one currency only. Right? Like it's a one-to-one mapping. So one expense report will be in one currency, and then if the user wants to create another one in another currency, he can do that.
Yes, that is correct statement.
Okay. So Usman, can you click on the plus?
Okay. This plus this
Yes.
one? Yeah.
So okay, so you got this pop-up, right? You guys understand
Yeah.
this pop-up.
Yep.
Okay, now we
Yes.
move to the if you click next.
If we click next, then
Okay. Now we have to enter the data. Okay. So we said we will pre-populate the expense time, the default ones. We can come up with the default of like 5 or 6 default expense. Click the plus button and add another expense. expense type, sorry.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
it's as simple as that. But Usman,
Yep.
it says I wanted to add. If you click next, can you or the next screen? I did add some data in it. Did I?
Here's the next screen.
Okay, so if you just close this out and click on any submitted expense report.
Yep.
Okay, so for instance, I'm entering the data right now. I entered the taxi, right? Do you see that?
Yep.
Now, if I wanted to have a feature here that you can upload the invoice, the receipt onto this uh, expense,
Okay.
not at the header level, meaning at the item level.
Okay.
So I will upload a taxi invoice there, then I'll go and add a breakfast invoice there.
Okay.
So basically, we have to have file attachments at every line. Like,
Yep.
So for not line, it will be line and row level too, because I will have 5 breakfast and there will be 5 different receipts there.
okay, so every day.
And it could be every day, it could be, yes. So I was thinking if we
So
can
I
have,
think that would be a little tricky to have it on every like cell, on cell level.
yes, I do not know how we are going to achieve, but one of the suggestions I can give you, if we can add like a link, remember we had a link ticket icon kind of a thing,
Yes,
icon.
yes,
Something like that at the level because we can't write in there.
Yep. We
We
will
yes.
add an icon over here of upload icon, and then when user press the upload icon, he'll be get a pop-up, and he's going to upload a basically a attachment, and then he
Yes.
can press OK, and we can view this attachment. Then we have
or
to view it. There is an issue of viewing the.
Usman, it should be highlighted when it's uploaded, and if you re-click on it, you can delete it as well or attach another one or something like that.
Okay.
Yes, so we have to give option of attaching multiple files through that icon.
But not multiple files. I don't see that happening. That like when you go out to eat, there will be only one receipt for one breakfast, right?
No, but
What?
like we have one row, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it's all taxi. So we have 5 different receipts for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we have one icon at the end. So when we click on that, we can attach all 5 at the same time.
No, that.
Otherwise, we'll have to click on like every cell, attach one attachment on Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday. This
Yes,
way we can just attach 5 files together.
that is a convenient way, but in expense wise, it will be easier for the management to see the invoices in the link the cell to that amount to that invoice.
Okay, so in that case, we can have that icon in every cell in the corner.
Yes, a small icon. It has to look okay, good as it's all this will tell you, but I do not know how you guys will achieve that. But it should be on all cell levels, or we have to come up with something creative, like on the side. But you can refer to that cell or something like that.
Yes, sir, yes, right. So it has to look good and we have to attach multiple files at the same time. So
Yes. Yes. And the option of if I have uploaded a receipt and I want to delete that receipt before submitting it, I should have that option also, by the way.
okay, okay. So okay. So Usman, are you clear on this?
Yeah.
So we can then come up with the mockups.
Yep.
I think the file sharing part we'll have to talk about it again, like discuss it.
So just want to clarify, it will be on the cell level.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So there could be every day of a week for airfare, there could be there could be 5, 7 invoices there.
Yes. Okay.
second. We need to add. Okay. So this is it from expense side.
We are, I think, left with risk analysis.
Yep. So it is a sorry, Adil.
Yes.
Maha, if you can explain Adil about the risk.
Okay, so I think my screen is not refreshing. Usman, can you stop sharing and share again? I'm still stuck on
Okay.
expenses.
Okay. Maha?
Yes, it's loading.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So, Adil, in this we have the risks. This is the risks page. It has the 5 risks listed over here, but it doesn't have a create risk page or anything like that, like in a pop-up or like a flyover we were using before for scenarios and business processes. So we just wanted to confirm if it will work exactly like that. Like any user can come in and create a risk, and the PM can come in and create a mitigation plan for it and assign users to that mitigation plan. And this probability and impact part, this I think a user can come, the user that is creating the risk, he will enter the description, detail, probability, impact. That's
Yes.
it. And the PM will come and then PM will create a mitigation plan and PM will assign this risk to some other user maybe and have a start date, completion date, and a status, right?
Sorry for interruption. I seriously don't remember this.
Okay.
So that's question. Let's park it for Intizaz. I know there was a lot of changes to it, a lot of times, but I seriously don't remember what was the final version that Intizaz approved it.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
because even in the last, if you remember
If you remember the meeting
we had with Irtaza,
we
in
had
those
with
meetings,
Irtaza, in those meetings,
I think my voice is
I
echoing
think my
again.
voice is echoing again.
Yep.
Yep.
Maha, are you there?
Yes, my voice was
Yes,
echoing.
my voice was echoing.
Oh.
Okay, let me try.
Okay, let me try.
Still echoing.
Still echoing.
Sir, are you on the call?
Sir, are you on the call?
Yes, on the call, yes.
Yes, on the call, yes.
Okay, the voice is
Okay, the
echoing.
voice is echoing.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, can you please add all of us again? There's some technical issue.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, thank you.